All right, here we are for round 2, or rather round 1 of a new event. So our opponent is on the play again. We are going to, I think we're going to keep this hand. This may seem a little bit greedy, but we're on the draw. We have Rattleclaw Mystic and a Temple. So if we hit any land in the first 3 cards of our deck, we're actually totally fine. Preferably an untapped land, but we don't have all that many tapped lands, especially given that we have one in our hand. So we also have a Courser that can help us draw out of a land stall if we do end up hitting one. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I know lots of people, always think that one land keeps are just totally crazy, but I think it's a very strong hand in general. And we have the Temple to allow us to dig for it. So, and we hit a land right away, so rewarded. I'm going to bottom this. We are looking for more mana. We don't really need a Stormbreath Dragon. Our opponent looks to be playing Sultai with the Opulent Palace lead. I actually have not played against the Sultai Reanimator decks very much. All right, and land number 2 right away. So I'm just going to go ahead and... what should I play? I'll play this. We're going to go get a Mountain and play Rattleclaw. Cast. So whether our opponent is playing Reanimator or playing the Temple of Deceit leads me to believe that maybe our opponent is playing some sort of control deck, because I don't believe Temple of Deceit is a very common card in the Reanimator decks. It looks like, yeah, he's Bioblading my guy. I don't know why he's waiting for my upkeep, but he has Biobladed my guy. Well, joke's on him. I have 3 Knuckle Blades. Oops. So, what is this? Oh, getting an island. Getting a whiteboard island. What an ugly land. Getcha. No play. No play at all. Alright, well this... I wonder if my opponent's hand is just full of Sultai Charms, because that version of Sultai that has Charm. Because Sultai Charm can't kill multicolored creatures. So we're just going to play all multicolored creatures. Five mana. Is this a cut? Jace's Ingenuity. Alright. Attack you for 12. Okay. So yeah. I think it's a very good chance that my opponent's hand was just full of cards like Sultai Charm. So against that deck, we board out all copies of Crater's Claws. Burn spells are not very effective against decks that are basically just trying to kill your creatures. And I like boarding in all of my counter magic. So sort by mana cost. I think taking out... I also like Revelry here because I assume my opponent has Vault, and I think the weakest creature is probably Pelucranos. Also, assuming the opponent has Sultai Charm, which is one of the only things that makes sense that my opponent would have in hand at that point, with like a hand that they kept, that have Bile-Blight and could do nothing else to interact. So taking out a monocolored creature that is just kind of slow. Ashclaw Phoenix is very good against removal. Sarkhan and Stormbreaths have haste, so they can punish the opponent for making plays in their own turn. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. I think I may want a second Revelry, but I'm only putting in one right now because I don't know 100% sure that my opponent is playing Vault. I assume there's Vault in there, but For right now, I'm going to go ahead and just play the one Revelry. We also have Stubborn Denial and Stroke that are good against Vault too. So let's get to it. Game 2. All right, this is an excellent hand. We have all of our colors, acceleration, and Disdainful Stroke. So whoa, what is this? I've never seen that Temple of Mystery before. Is that like a promo from something? I don't even know what that's from. Huh. So here, I think I actually want to use, oh well, okay, I drew another foothill. So I was going to say I want to use the foothills to go get a basic mountain because I have Ash Cloud Phoenix and no other source of red, but after drawing that foothills, I can very easily get a forest, play my Mystic. My opponent did not play a card. Well, we're gonna play Knuckleblade. One of the possible things that my opponent can have here is Disdainful Stroke, which I have in my own hand. So Knuckleblade allows me to not get Disdainful Stroked, and there's no real counter magic that my opponent can have that stops a Knuckleblade, or really removal here. So Scry and Mist Land is pretty unfortunate for my opponent, but so if he has a I could just attack and pump. I could just play into a Disdainful Stroke with Phoenix. I think I don't want to though. So I can attack for 6, 7, 8 if I want. I can also just leave up Disdainful Stroke mana to counter a possible vault. I can also just attack with both, play Phoenix or Dragon. I think attack with both, play Phoenix is like if my opponent does have Disdainful Stroke. That's fine. And then if he Disdainful Strokes, he has to Disdainful Stroke, have an untapped land and vault in order for this to like go badly for me. So let's attack first. And even in that case, like we get to attack for another 8 damage, and we have Stormbreath Dragon. Well, no Disdainful Stroke, so this game's basically over. Hero's Downfall. Return it to my hand. Probably wanted to do that in your own turn. Although I guess if you did that in your own turn, I would just have played a Dragon. Alright, I'm just going to play Shivan Reef to hold up Disdainful Stroke in case my opponent plays like a Prognostic Sphinx or something. Though I guess he's dead if he plays a Prognostic Sphinx. This is a go upkeep effect again. I don't understand what this person with this go upkeep effect. Bioblade on that. Okay. He's been Biobladed. I guess that makes sense on that one. So it can't attack this turn. And I'm just going to say go so I can flip this up. Radiant Fountain, all right. Oh god. I hate tapping land with an Urborg in play. So we'll flip our Phoenix. And we win. So yeah, I mean, Temur matches up super well against control decks. The fact that you have just resilient creature, a lot of like powerful resilient creatures, along with counter magic and disruption, makes it very difficult for a lot of control decks to be able to compete with you, even if they have really fancy Temples of Mystery I've never seen before. I need to figure out what this is from. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's head on to the next round.